name's Will. Will Geisler. I've been working here at the Card Kingdom for about 5 years now, essentially. I've been painting for about 7 years now, for quite a while. I'm a commission painter, so I paint professionally for people as well too, just for their models as well too. And this is essentially what I do as well. So I paint miniature characters. We paint miniature soldiers and stuff like that, essentially. So you can stand these up and you can see they have small tools and small guns and stuff like that. So I have, these are my brushes, my little ones. And then we have a bunch of characters I worked on as well too. So I pulled some stuff out for you to take a look at as well too. Each of these guys takes about 10 hours of work. So it's about 10 hours of painting. It's a very, very long time. A lot of really, really small detail work. We have these guys right here are all snakes, and they have individual scale patterns. So this guy right here has kind of like a blotch pattern. This guy right here has a cross pattern on him. And then this guy right here has like a gardener snake pattern. This right here is probably my favorite character. This is my pirate captain. That's like my main character basically. He's basically. So this is my army book. It's for these guys right there, yeah. So this has the rules and it has how they work. So essentially what this has in it is, it has all the stories of who they are and why they do what they do and where they come from and all that stuff. So these right here are all the rules for how the game works essentially. So it shows us how many inches and how many numbers and how many characters shoot and stuff like that as well too. So painting is only half of it. The other half of it is you roll dice and you measure distances on the table and stuff like that too as well too. So it's like a big game as well. It's very, very cool. So I do a lot of teaching here at the store is one of my big jobs as well too. I play Warhammer, I play Malifaux, I play those games right there. There's a game called Guild Ball, which is this one that we're playing today. And then I play Infinity and DC Minis. So there's like 7 games that I play actually, yeah. And these guys right here are my regular warriors. So these guys are like regular soldiers, and then this guy is like a hero. So basically he usually stands in the middle, and then every time they get hit, one of these guys goes away until he's all that's left. So he essentially is, he's that box right here, so he's this model right here. But then essentially when you start him off, he starts off looking like that. So he's what we call a sprue. So he's plastic pieces, so you have to cut all these pieces out individually, and then you have to kind of assemble them all together, and then you paint them on top of that as well. So these ones right here, this is the pot of paint. So right here we have, it has a little shelf as well too. So you can kind of actually, you can effectively like pull your paint up and then you can paint it out of here. So this right here is actually kind of like your palette almost. So I have been doing like model work for a very long time. When I was very, very little, I always wanted to play the game, but I didn't have any money to buy it. So now that I'm older, I can actually buy everything. So essentially like now that I'm older, I can start doing it effectively as well too. I actually do gunpla models from Japan as well too. I do those models as well too, which are the gun models. I have a bunch of them on my desk as well too, and I actually paint those as well too. So it actually comes, you can use it on both sides as well too. You can kind of do it for this really little stuff or some of the bigger stuff as well too. I have some characters that are about that big and stuff like that on my desk as well. But yeah, I think it just comes from a place that I'm a very nerdy person and I really like kind of all the fluff and all the stories and stuff. So I think that's probably where it comes from mostly. Originally, I only did it for personal interest, but now I do professionally. I do professional work. People hire me to do their armies. So I really like painting, but some people don't really like to do the paint. So they'll give me all their army and then I'll paint it for them and they'll pay me for it essentially. This game right here is about 30 years old. So it's a very old game. Yeah, it's really, really old. This recent edition last year, we got a new version of it and everyone's been really popular about it. So people really, really like the new version and people really want to start playing it. So we've had a lot more players this year as well too, in the last year. And honestly, one of our biggest things is it's not about making money necessarily. It's always about community building, community gathering, making sure people have a place where they can come in and feel like they can play a game, they can be themselves, they don't have to worry about people, or, you know, there's always somebody here who's friendly and who's helping them out as well too.